Oh, hi there. Didn't see you there. My name is Rocky DeVorce, ex-relationship lawyer and nuptial wonderkind. It seems like you've caught me in the middle of my brand new hobby, animal poaching. That's right, I'm all about hunting endangered animals for sport now. Rhinos may be going extinct out there, but I can't hear their cries for help over the sound of my third yacht that I'll get when I finish my contract.
Yeah, ever since that bozo showed up, it's been hard to do anything. The food is scarce, and we're being hunted pretty brutally.
It'd pretty much be game over for us if it weren't for this hot new board game on the market called Poached.
It's a game where players take on the roles of animals, trying to escape the poacher by reaching objectives and collecting enough food by flipping over tokens to get away.
But be careful, the poacher is always a few steps behind you. You gotta work together to collect enough food, take down the few poacher camps, and navigate through the map to escape.
You know, we could probably take this poacher guy.
So there I am, family of pangolins in my trunk, when all of a sudden, oh God!
Poached is a transformative people-fun board game where players step into the role of an endangered animal and are tasked with escaping a bloodthirsty poacher. The goal of our game was to bring awareness to issues regarding illegal hunting and the significance of animal conservation by evoking empathy and compassion from players through gameplay to try and get them to care more about these issues.
The way the game works is players take turns rolling the dice and moving around the board. If a player lands on a question mark tile, the player can flip it to reveal one of three options: food, a poacher trap, or an event. Food is a collectible that players need to find a certain amount of in order to win. Poacher traps cause the poacher to start hunting the player who flipped it over. And finally, events cause the player to take an event card and make a decision, consulting their team in the process.
Mechanically, our game incorporates transformative and people-fun elements by putting our players directly in the shoes of those most affected by illegal poaching, the animals being hunted. In doing so, our mechanics are experienced through the lens of these endangered animals, such as the chasing mechanic where the poacher NPC follows closely behind a player in hopes of killing them, or flipping over tokens to search for food, risking the possibility of alerting the poacher.
In terms of people fun, we chose to make this game a collaborative venture after receiving ample feedback during playtesting that the game did not feature enough interactions between players. In the current version of the game, players work together to take down poacher camps spread across the map and collect enough food in order to escape. Opportunities for social interaction and discussion come up when drawing event cards. When found, players are forced to make decisions that have the potential to positively or negatively impact all players. Our hope was that by designing our game from the perspective of the animals, with shared transformative fun in mind, the game is able to draw focus to the consequences of poaching by having players literally experience them within the magic circle of our game, whether by being unable to find food or losing an animal to the poacher.
As players move through the board, they will have to strategize on which path to take. Some paths may be more resource dense, but carry a higher chance of attracting the poacher to their position, or some locations may be distant but narrow, with more resources but a higher risk of being cornered. Players have the opportunity to conduct strategies, such as luring the poacher away from camps with proper spacing, or saving team members from being captured by finding ways to attract the attention of the poacher. The game also gives players dilemmas with event cards, which encourage players to strategically discuss as a group which option is the most favorable in the current state of the game.
To support these elements and also communicate our theme effectively, we strove to keep our game as simple to understand as possible. Rules and winning conditions are straightforward, and the graphic design of our game prioritizes minimal designs and icons to hopefully minimize confusion when playing the game.
When designing Poached, the game was perfect from the start. It had no problems whatsoever and everyone loved it. Okay, fine, our game went through many revisions. When we were first designing Poached, our game started with a hexagonal board, with very little to impede player movement. However, this board created many problems during playtesting, such as players having too much freedom and nothing in terms of obstacles, which made the game very boring. As we iterated on our game board and added elements like the poacher's chasing mechanic, we found issues with larger boards and in the end decided to go for a smaller board where players fully felt the presence of the poacher but also was large enough to comfortably move through, which made the game feel faster and more fun to us, and it seemed like most of our later playtesters agreed.
In our playtesting survey, players reported our game was fun and amusing and how they liked the element of surprise that comes with the flipping over question mark tokens. In terms of smoothness and flow of the gameplay, Poached was rated 9 and 10, as the turn cycle was easy and clear to follow, and core gameplay was intuitive, which provided players with a smooth user experience, allowing them to be subjected to its educational and social interaction aspects.
Overall, Poached is a board game meant to communicate the significance and importance of animal conservation by giving players a sense of what is happening to many endangered species on the planet. Through playing our game, we hope to establish a sense of responsibility in our players to reflect on our greater role in the protection of these animals from those who wish to harm them. And also make them aware of the existence of pangolins. They just look so polite. It's like they're always waiting their turn to talk. Oh my god. Look at their little hands. Look at their little friggin' faces. It's adorable. Oh my god.